Good morning. Happy October. It is the first day of October. It's kind of nice out here this morning. It was hot yesterday morning. It's going to be like 90 degrees today, which is disappointing because it's October, but it is what it is. We are completely out of feed. Not really, but today we've got to make a feed run this morning. Come on, girls. We've been out of pig food for like a couple of days, and I'm almost out of dog food, and we're down to the bottom of the barrel with the grain. But what I like to do when I reset feed is to be completely cleaned out and then have new stuff so that there's not like this constant layer of old feed at the bottom. Strategery, huh? Yeah. You guys ready? Good morning, Lake. Daisy has been on the warpath. You have been. You've been a little bit horrible. Everybody else is behaving. Chai Chai, we don't need to fight with our brother. Chai. Is it time? Mom, it's 9 o'clock because it's gymnastics day, so we gotta get going. Let's have breakfast. The bowl's out. Bunny, where are you, Bunny? No, sir. Come in. There you go. Okay, here we go. Not starved. Come on, Bert. Oh, hi. Pigs have been pretty mad that they're getting sweet feed and not pig food. Understandable, but they're fine. Need to trim a few hooves today. Padme has one wonky hoof for some reason. Oh, and they've flipped their feeder over. So that's fantastic. So in the fall, I don't know what, it's because of rut, my guess. Usually it's Toonie that flips the feeder, but this is really annoying. My parents had bungeed it to the fence because they kept walking away with it, but this is just what they do until you put hay in it and it weighs it down. I don't know that I can flip it over from out here, so we'll just go down here. Everybody can go have food. I'm here this morning. Problem is with the boys, I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what our strategy is gonna be because I don't need the boys out. So I have no way to contain them right now. This may go really badly. Oh, rut, of course, is always the bane of my existence. And this is normally the week that we would officially start breeding if somebody was in heat. But because of all the traveling that we're doing, if we breed, we'll have to wait for April babies again. There's way too much grain in that bowl, but hopefully the piggies will finish and come get some of their food. They're not walking off from the food, which is what they've been doing the last 2 days. So I would dump it and then they would look at me like, I'm not eating this. The boys would have it like half eaten before the pigs kind of came to the conclusion that this would be what was offered. Toddlers, they're all just toddlers. Padme's already laid down. Done with you goals, but we gotta get her in and get her toe trimmed this morning. Really not been out on this triangle very much. They've really been way out on the nets. Very wet this morning. I'm throwing water on my legs with these boots, but grass growth has slowed quite a bit, but it's definitely still growing because I'm still mowing. I haven't obviously gotten the fences set up for the buddies. I need to. Well, we weren't here. Let's just be honest. And then, so we were in South Dakota last weekend and Wyoming and Denver, and I filmed the video that you got this weekend the week before we left, and we ended up doing some other things. So we haven't really been here to do that. It needs to get done. It would only take like 20 minutes, but you have to have time to do it and the right things, and I can't decide if I'm gonna need a T-post or not. We have all the stuff, or if I can just kind of stand them up across those two posts. Thought is to have a gap, to use the metal fence to keep the girls on this side and the metal fence to keep them out there, and that would give like a cushion zone where they could not be up against those tent fences with each other. So typically what I have done was put the hay feeders in front of the tent fence, which I could probably do, and that typically keeps them off of it. So I have these two. Those two, they're in there, and I bought a new one yesterday. We got a Tractor Supply had a 10% off your total order coupon, plus the feeders were 10% off. I got, I think, maybe $30 or $40 off those feeders because they have been so expensive. Here we go. Here we go. Go on. You gotta go. Oh, somebody farted right in my face. Your turn. Come on. You two. Alright. Where's the little girl? Ready? You know what? Let's trim your... That's pretty good. I'm all sweaty, shiny. But we got Bunny and Patty trimmed. Like I've said in the past, I've gotten to where it's too hard to trim all their feet at once. There's so many of them. So I try to trim maybe 2 or 3, and it's just a constant. Trim this one. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna put the wire gate back up, and then I'm gonna move these 2 feeders down here and see if maybe that will work for them. It is a problem because I use it to feed them, but I have a 3rd feed. All right, come here. Here we go. Yeah. Back over here. Now I'm gonna have trouble getting over. But what we will do for our animals. Look. Come on. Come on, girls. Come on, girls. Come on. Come on, Padme. Come on, Meme. The boys' only interest is in the girls. Visual barriers are helpful. for animals. So the hope is to get the girls, you can just keep them off that spot. The problem is that's where the food is. Yes, it's a catch-22, Nons. Why don't we go out for the day? Come on. I think that'll work for now. They really need to be off that spot. Come on, goats. Come on, goats. Good job, baby. Come on, goats. Come on, goats. What I don't want is if we are gonna breed the 3 for this fall, for Bean to be out of commission like he was because of the whipworm. Thankfully, it has been very, very warm. Not warm, wet, which normally is bad for parasites. Like bad, like as far as like we'll have more. For that whipworm, that was because of the drought. And there's so few animals pooping that like we really rarely have parasite issues, except for in our older does that have had kids. That has been our only parasite issue. So for me, I feel like the whipworm issue is because of the drought for the boys. The boys have never had parasite issues. So it's just kind of extra precaution. They are kind of out of grass. It is October 1st, but there is no reason to feed hay when these guys have all of this, and the boys could have enough to sustain them another couple of months. Just have to get the girls off that spot, but it does sound like we have a couple that are either in heat or coming into heat this morning. The boys will leave over there eventually. Temporary solution. That will not work forever. And I just bought that 3rd feeder, so that's why I'm kind of okay with that. What I'll have to do is pull the feeders back in the mornings and pull them back out because the gate won't close. So it's an extra step for me. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. We had a productive morning here, guys. This one has been horrible to her friends lately. You have been. I don't know what her deal is. The sassy pants. Just been a bit of a toot-toot. You just been mean to everybody. Just so mean. Not to Mama, but to everybody else. You actually behaved when Papa was here. So it's taken maybe 5 minutes. And he's figured out they're all down here. Bean went back to maybe have some extra breakfast. This man has his priorities. But Luke, I think, has figured out they're all down here. A lot of that is smell. The girls sense all over those feeders. It just took him a minute to realize the actual girls are down here. Are they down here, big guy? This your ladies? Are they all down here for you to look at? Yeah. Okay. Mom has got to go make a feed store run, and then we got to watch Simone. We do. We got to watch Simone. You're not interested. We had so much fun on our South Dakota trip. Beautiful if you ever get the chance to go up and do Mount Rushmore, Crazy Horse, Mammoth Site, Needles Highway, 16A Scenic Byway, Devil's Tower, Wyoming, and of course we ended in Estes Park at Rocky Mountain, Denver area. I feel like Rocky Mountain's one of those things everybody tries to do. Go to South Dakota, do the Badlands. Badlands were so fun. Absolutely beautiful. South Dakota's so underrated. We got there really one of the very last weekends that all of that's going to be open and accessible because of snow, and we enjoyed every single minute. Headed to Key West in a couple of weeks, and somebody told me about Fantasy Fest. We are going to be down there during that time. That's going to be a little crazy, not exactly our style. So we'll see what we can do. You guys have a good week, and hopefully I get this video out on time. With all the travel, it's been a bit crazy, and the start of school, but hopefully.